Hey guys, Kevin Powell here with the Kevin Powell Podcast at Louder Than Life. Day 2, day 3, whatever you want to call it. Day 2 was canceled. Now we're at day 3.
Now it's day 2. Yeah.
It's officially day something, and now bands are playing again. Who am I here with?
Lee Jennings from the Funeral Portrait.
The Funeral Portrait. All right. Love the name.
Thank
Love
you.
the Buc-ee's rip.
Dude, I got 2 on. Wait, I got to show you.
Okay.
So I'm this much of a fan. Okay. Look at this. I got my own version. Okay.
Okay.
A fan made this for me. Look, it's me.
It's you.
It's me and Buc-ee. So yeah, it was like a fan-made thing, and then now we sell it as merch. So
perfect.
Yeah, I mean, don't sue us, but it's one of those things. I posted about it once, that I loved Buc-ee's because they had just opened one up in Atlanta area, right? And so I went once, and now kids are like, "Oh, Buc-ee's, Lee, Buc-ee," and it's now a whole thing. So, and I'll hey, listen.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Funny you mentioned that you have that, and I actually have a Buc-ee's tattoo.
Oh, so you one-up me.
No, I'm just kidding. It's a Acacia Strain tattoo.
Oh, that's it.
The suspense right now.
That was great,
All
though.
right, so now we're back at the Buc-ee's corner hour for the podcast. Tell me about Buc-ee's. Why is it so good? I've never been.
You've never been?
I've seen it. I'm in West Virginia. I don't have these things.
West Virginia. Wait, though. No, not the way that you go, because there's a few in Tennessee.
A few in Tennessee, a few in Virginia.
Yeah, there's one like an hour and a half south from here. So if you want to hit it on your way out, go down and around. It's worth it. I
Brisket,
promise.
I'm guessing?
Yeah, well, it's everything, right?
Okay.
So, 1, cheap gas. It's always the cheapest gas on the highway. 2, extremely clean bathrooms, right?
Okay.
So as a touring artist, right, what do we have to do all the time? Use the bathroom, right? We can't most of the time. Well,
what about showers? They got showers?
They don't have showers.
Okay.
And there's a reason why they don't allow truckers, so they don't do that.
Okay.
They don't do the trucker thing.
My next question was, is this kind of like a truck stop?
It's a family spot, more or less. So, but they have merch. It's kind of like take a Cracker Barrel, right? The store of the Cracker Barrel, put it there, right?
Okay.
So you can kind of go shopping for your southern wares, and then the food is really good. It's just the experience. And listen, I'm a sucker for branding.
Yeah.
Okay, I love good branding, as you and I talked about your brand, right? I love good branding. And so look at this guy. I mean, this is the Blackcraft rip, right? So he's like a vampire, but like you get it. You see it on the highway and you're like, oh, there's a Buc-ee's.
Amazing. Tyler, I'm going to need you to get real close on this one. This is brought to you by Buc-ee's. We love Buc-ee's. No, I'm kidding. I still haven't been to Buc-ee's.
You're going to change this.
Yes, we're going to change this now that we've done this.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back into the music side of things. We're at Louder Than Life.
Yes.
How does it feel to be at Louder Than Life?
Insane. Life-changing. Weird. Honestly, extremely weird. We've never done any of these, right? This is our first one. We do Aftershock after this, and I guess we'll see what happens after that. But it's weird to be here talking to people, especially like you, and like people that I like listen to or like watch or I've been seeing and being like, oh, you want to talk with me?
I was going to say,
cool.
How about looking at, let's just say, the original lineup?
Yes.
Seeing that your name is part of all these other bands, what bands made you go, oh, wow?
Of course, they weren't playing the same day, but like Slayer, of course, Slayer, Motley Crue. I mean, any of like the big headliners.
Which is crazy.
But for me, like Ellis Dunes, I'm a huge, you can kind of probably tell I like My Chemical Romance.
They had some cool merch I saw.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I've seen them before, and it's incredible. It's super fun, but I'm a fan of all those bands that they are also in.
Yep.
So it's cool to be like playing with them. Health as well. Health is playing our stage, which I was like, oh, yes. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I saw them not too long ago, and, just such a great show. And I think for us, it's the idea of just having our name with bands like that is so cool to us because, again, I've never felt like we belong. Like, we are always like the odd man out. Like the tour that we just did, we were super the odd man out, and I think for us, we are finding our place within a community where I never thought we would find our place.
Yeah. So you mentioned the tour you just got off of. It was a pretty big tour. Who'd you play with?
Five Finger Death Punch, which was insane. Like, that was, I can't even put into words when I got the call. The owner of our label, so we're on the same label as Five Finger.
Okay.
So, which was how it kind of came about.
Okay.
They really wanted a young new band to open the tour. And so they reached out, and I was like, wait, You want us? Like the funeral portrait? Like, we just had gotten off a 250 cap club tour. Now, great shows. Those shows were great and, packed out rooms, and I love those, and we're about to go do another one of those because that's, I don't know, I kind of like those better anyways. I like to sweat on people. I like to have their sweat on me, even if it's disgusting. So it was definitely a different experience. But, I mean, it was such a different world. And I think the big thing is none of the bands that we were on tour with, we weren't competing. I think that's a big thing that I was really nervous about is like not belonging again. And they welcomed us in with like open arms. They wanted us there. They did nothing but help, along the whole entire path. So it was really eye-opening to see the changes.
Who all was on this? Five Finger Death Punch, you guys.
Five Finger, Manson, the return of Marilyn Manson, and Water to Prevail.
Okay, that's what the tour I thought it was, but I wanted to double check.
It was the Wild Tour, Yes. And guess what? It was packed out every single night, and it was insane, and it was.
Right.
It's one of those things that we got the call, and it's like, all right, boys, saddle up. Let's go, but it has changed everything.
Yeah.
It has brought so many new things our way. Again, these festivals, we had this tour locked in, and then the festivals started reaching out and being like, wait a second, we need you guys on this tour. What? Now come play the festivals now. And then radio. I mean, radio is a big thing. Like, we are number 6 at rock radio right now, and that's because the tour. None of these opportunities that have came our way would have been here if it wasn't for this Five Finger tour. And I thank those guys so much for. I'm not joking. They changed our lives. It's
what's
wild.
Crazy. I wish I had an opportunity to talk to Five Finger. That wasn't possible.
Yeah,
no chance. But if I did, there was. How old are you?
I'm old.
Okay, I'm 29.
Okay, I remember older than that.
Okay, so I remember when Five Finger was the newest band, okay, before their first album.
Yep.
I used to play BC Rich guitars, okay? That was my first guitar ever, right? BC Rich and other guitar companies back in the day used to be kind of cool, and they would say, hey, here's the next upcoming band that's playing our music. And then they had some, it might still be on YouTube, I doubt it, but it might still be there, of this young up-and-coming band called Five Finger Death Punch playing these BC Rich guitars. And they played a few songs from their album, maybe a couple songs that never existed ever again. But yeah, just thinking back to stuff like that to now, asking guys like you to open. So this is audio and video. This is what this podcast is. If you're watching, let's close our eyes and imagine walking out to the stage for Marilyn Manson, Slaughter Prevail, Five Finger Death Punch. What are you seeing out in the crowd? You start your first song and people are reacting how?
They are a little open, right? And the thing is they came to rock, right? They came to party, right? So a lot of them, since we got added to the tour late, they didn't even know there was another opener, which was surprising. So I could see that, but really, about halfway through, I saw the light bulbs go off. Not just because we were played on the radio and stuff like that, but it was a moment of like, oh, wait a second. This is kind of cool. And it's wild, the amount of like, I was really nervous, of course. The first show was Hershey, Pennsylvania at the Hershey Stadium.
Yep.
And it was like 25,000 people, and they opened the gates like 3 hours early, so the whole crowd was there when we played, and we only got to play 20 minutes, so it's just song, and then I get a little spiel and then song. So, but by that ending, I get everybody up off the ground, like we have crowd surfers. I mean, it turned into an actual show, not just the opening band for these bands. The crowd made us feel like we belonged. Yeah.
Today, it's not just about selling merch and music, it's about numbers.
Yes.
Tell me about numbers. Did you see your numbers go up immediately?
Oh, instantly. I think not just from the tour announcement, but first day it was boom.
Yep.
Every single day, something new. And we took full advantage of it too.
Of course.
And we released our record during that time too.
Of course.
Which was important. But that's another thing too, is our label kept kind of waiting for the right moment. And that tour brought that moment to bring us that record, and now we're kind of free and we're flapping our wings, and that tour was our jumping off moment.
I was gonna say, now you can kind of do whatever. Like the anxiety is like, guys, we just play with Five Finger Death Punch. We're kind of unstoppable at this
point. Dude, and I'm not joking, we literally just got off that tour like yesterday. So it's been one of those things that it's like, now we're here at Louder Than Life. What? Okay.
What time did you roll in this morning for Louder Than Life? Or were you here last night?
No, we got here at like 10 a.m., but we drove through the night to get, or through the day / night to get here, you know, through the hurricane.
Yeah.
Which was not fun.
No.
So.
No words on this hurricane.
Yeah.
There's not enough words I can say. I can't really do much to help. I'm sure there's a lot of places you can donate to do anything like that. So by all means, you'll see it on social media, all these places that are affected. It's wild.
Oh, it's been insane. You know, being from Georgia, we get hit kind of hard. What we get hit hard with is the rain, right? And so there's definitely been a lot of flooding. And like, I know South Georgia got hit really hard.
Yep.
So it's one of those things that, you know, with us, you know, like it was one of those moments of being like, when I heard that yesterday was canceled, I was like, oh, please don't do this. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I just hope people are okay. You know, and I felt like the people that were here, that were camping, I'm hoping all of them were okay. You know, it was definitely a weird moment.
Have you seen the camping area?
I haven't.
So we had to drive kind of like past it, like it was just right there.
Okay.
Man.
Oh.
I mean, you have RVs and stuff, and that's good.
Yep.
But then you have actual like
campsites. Yeah.
And Louder Than Life and Danny Wimmer present stuff. They're really good at keeping people updated to the best they can. Yep. And I'm not trying to. All right, now we're gonna go on a rant. I'm not trying to attack anybody that commented on these posts for Louder Than Life, but like, you gotta understand that this is a big deal. You can't just play and hope for the best.
I know. Well, that was the thing is, yesterday we saw so many people being like, oh, Slayer, I drove 20 hours to see Slayer and all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, like, do you not understand what's happening right now?
I don't think they do. And that's, to an extent, I get it. You're not in that world. Yeah. You don't see these things.
And that's the same thing. It's the same deal with us doing a Five Finger Death Punch tour.
Yeah.
You're not in that world. You don't understand the millions of things that else goes on.
Yes.
Of taking a tour like that or whatever it is. You know, it's the same deal.
I'm sure I'll make a video on it. You've been around a while. You've been doing music for a long time. Any advice you want to give the bands maybe just starting out?
Do it. Just do it. Just be you. That's, I think, as soon as we started just being us and just stopped, can I cuss?
Absolutely.
Giving a fuck what other fucking people thought.
Right.
Things started working. Like, and now it doesn't matter. Now I am me. I am truly myself. And now things are happening, and that's for anybody. You know, I'm not saying that I wasted 10 years to get to that point. Those 10 years I learned to be you.
Yeah. Absolute pleasure talking to you. I think you and I could talk forever and ever and ever.
We have our own podcast.
That's it. The Buc-ee's podcast. Sponsored by Buc-ee. No, I'm kidding. I'll talk to you here in a second off air, okay?
Thank you, brother.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. Dude, thank you.
Funeral Portrait. These guys are the next big thing. You want to check them out. Check out all their music. Check them out Louder Than Life if you're here. And if you don't, well, they're going to be at Aftershock next month. So get ready for more Funeral Portrait. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see ya.